Okay, we're going to start off. We're going to start off in child's pose today. So, coming onto your knees. And we're just going to have a good old stretch into it first of all. So coming onto your knees, leaning forwards, bring your hands down, bow your head down. And just really start to ground yourself into the day and into your practice here. So I have to keep lifting my head up because I haven't got a microphone on and then you won't be able to hear me. But you bow your head and really just breathe deeply into that movement. Maybe just some little wiggles and some movements from side to side. Really slowly and gently. Just getting into the lower spine. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Forehead down and just really breathe. And imagine that you're filling up your back with air. So we know we breathe into our lungs, but I want you to imagine that you're actually breathing into your back so you get that lovely stretch across the back. Just bringing the body into the day. Any creaks or cracks or stiffness in the night, just breathe that out. And then slowly just lifting your head up. And we're going to be working with two mudras today, or seals. They're very important in yoga. The hands and the polarities of the finger. Fingers are vitally, vitally important, and they'll mean something. So the most famous one that we all use is Gyan Mudra, or Chin Mudra, as it's known in some traditions, where the index finger curls and touches the thumb. Our thumb represents the ego, and the index finger, the Jupiter finger, is our wisdom and our knowledge. So we just seal those, we seal those points. So that's Gyan Mudra, we're going to be working with that today. And the second mudra we're going to be working with is Eagle Mudra, where so the right wrist comes atop of the left, and you just connect the thumbs. Okay, so it makes like beautiful eagle spread wings. Okay, so let's come down onto our tummy. Let me just move my socks out of the way. Coming down onto your tummy, and we're going to come into a nice gentle low cobra. So we've just stretched out our back in child's pose. So you can come into any version of cobra that works for you. You can come into Sphinx if you wish, keeping your elbows down. Bring your hands to your shoulders, and you can lift into a little baby cobra, which is where you're able to lift your hands away, so your back muscles are doing all the work, or you can slide your hands back a little further and bring yourself up into a higher cobra. So just be here and breathe deeply. Close your eyes, shine your heart forward. Be very mindful of your lower back, that you're not crushing down into it, you're extending through that lower part of your midriff. And then take a deep breath in, and gently with control, slowly bring yourself down. And then we're all going to come into Sphinx pose. So you just bring your elbows to underneath your shoulders, and you're going to bring your hands into Gyan Mudra. So just shine your heart forward, a nice active Gyan Mudra, so your fingers are straight, not curled, and gazing forward. You can close your eyes and roll your eyes up towards your brow point. And one of the first things we're going to do today to get organised is, after your yoga practice today, you're going to jot down a quick to-do list. And I don't mean like a massive to-do list like clean my teeth and things like that, but things that vitally you need to get done, or that are on your list. Get them out of your head and get them down onto paper. And then take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just bring your hands one on top of the other, elbows out to the side, and rest your head down, forehead on your hands. going to bring the hands to the shoulders, and we're just going to flow a little bit just to make sure we're moving well this morning. So back into child's pose, stretch through your back, head down. Enjoy that feeling in your lower back as it really stretches out. And then you're going to curl your toes, push into your hands, coming into the first down dog of the day. Maybe pedal through just to stretch into the backs of the legs. And then step your feet forwards, hanging down in a forward fold. Take a deep breath in, stretch up tall. And bring your hands to prayer into mountain pose. And breathing in, stretch up. Breathing out, bend forwards, hanging down in forward fold. Come to a half lift, stretching out from those hips. Plant your hands down and stretch back into a plank, strong, lifted, and then lower yourself through chaturanga and lifting into cobra. Downward dog. And this time you can bend your knees, look at your hands and spring your feet forwards and coming into a forward fold. Breathe in, stretch up tall. And breathe out, hands to prayer. And again, breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. Half a lift. Plant the hands, step back into plank, and then lower yourself through chaturanga, and then into up dog or cobra, whatever you fancy today. And curling into downward dog. Bend your knees, look at your hands, spring forwards, and straighten your legs. And coming all the way up, deep breath in, and bring your hands to prayer. Okay, I'm going to go into eagle pose because it's a really brilliant pose for encouraging introspection and bringing yourself to a still point. So take your weight onto one leg. I'm going to go onto my left leg to begin with. So take all the weight into the left leg and the right leg lifts up high and you're going to cross it over in front. Now begin to bend your standing leg. So think of an eagle on a branch and then your right leg wraps around your standing leg. We're going to bring our hands into that eagle mudra. So right wrist over top of left and connect your thumbs. Intertwine your thumbs. And just lift them slightly up and forwards of you and just be still here and breathe deeply. Now if your legs won't quite wrap, you can just gently rest the toe on the floor like so. And our second point, your second principle for getting organised today, so you've done your to-do list. The next thing you're going to do after doing your to-do list today is you're going to get the annoying, crappy jobs done. The ones that are on the list that you don't want to do, they're the ones you're going to attack first. Okay, straighten up those legs. Give your legs a little bit of a wobble. Release the mudra. And then let's go on to the other side. So take your weight into your other leg, right leg. Left leg's coming up, all the way over. And you can either wrap them, or you can just rest your toe on the floor, whatever feels good for you. Bend that standing leg and again bring your hands into eagle mudra. Right wrist over left. Breathe deeply. So you're going to get those horrible jobs done first. I promise you, by the time you're done today, you'll feel a lot more organised and ready. If you're not already, I'm sure you are. And then release that pose, bring yourself tall, drop your arms, close your eyes and just take a deep breath in. Deep, deep breaths. And then just slowly rolling the body forwards, just to get a nice stretch into the spine, hanging down. And then widen the feet, bring your hands to your waist and we're going to take some really nice big torso circles. So taking it all the way around, big circle. And the other way. And then come back to the centre, up tall, and we're going to ground ourselves really beautifully here. So bring your feet to about hip distance apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into awkward chairs. You're going to bring the hands up in front of you, hands in Gyan Mudra, and bend those knees, coming into a really strong, lovely grounding awkward chair. So arms out in front, hands in Gyan Mudra, stretching through that spine, shine your heart forwards. Weight is in the heels of the feet. Breathe deeply. So you've got your to-do list. You're tackling the annoying jobs first. Of the jobs that are on the list, I want you to schedule particular days to do those. Okay, so set the date that you're going to do those. So maybe it's writing cards, maybe it's wrapping presents, maybe it's shopping. Set a date that that's going to happen and don't let that change. Straighten your legs, come up tall. Bring your hands to prayer in mountain pose, deep breath in. And breathe out. And then we're going to take the feet wide because we're going to come down all the way to Balasana. So keep your heels down on the floor. We're going to bring ourselves all the way down into our lovely bindi or yogic squat. Get your knees and elbows connected, so push those elbows into the knees. And just be here feeling that lovely stretch into your hips. Deep, deep breaths. And then release that and slowly come down onto your bottom. And we're going to stretch out our left leg and bend the right one in. So bring in the right knee and the right sole of your foot against the inside of your left thigh. Knee and toe are pointed to the ceiling. You're going to stretch your arms up high. Take a deep breath. And then you're going to reach forwards. And just hold this pose. So maybe you're here holding the toes. It is first thing in the morning there, so I'm a little stiffer than normal. Or maybe you're holding your calf muscle or your knee, or maybe you're up here, but try and get your spine tall and straight. That will always make it feel like a stretch if you get that spine straight. And I always say to my students, even if you have to have a little bend in the knee, but your spine is tall, that's great. You don't want to be like this, okay? So breathing into this stretch. With every exhale that you have, with every out breath, just feel if you can just move a micromillimeter more. Just release a little bit more from the back of that leg. And then slowly coming up. And switching sides. So to the other side, stretching out your right leg. Left leg in. And take a stretch up first. Deep breath. And breathing out, coming forwards. So, as you are planning your days for doing things, try and get all your shopping onto one day. And I know that sounds quite basic, but I think that's something that we actually forget. We go out and we get this bit and that bit and that bit, and that takes up so much of your time and your energy. If you can do all of your shopping in one day, then that is going to free you up so much more. So in getting organised, we've got 10 days to go. So see if you can amalgamate your shopping trips a little bit more, and that will free you up. My fifth and most important thing of all of this organisation, and that is scheduling in some self-care. Those of you that have worked with me in the past, you know self-care is just like one of my daily mantras. It's so important. Schedule in some self-care for yourself, okay? Vital, vital, vital. We're going to be tackling sleep and self-care further on down this challenge, but I want you to schedule those in as well. Okay, bring yourself up, and you're going to bring your feet into butterfly pose. So lay yourself down into supine Balasana. Bring your hands behind your head. So what we're going to do is, as you breathe in, I want you to bring your knees together. And as you breathe out, just open them. No, sorry, breathing in as they're out, Breathing out as they close, breathing in as they fall out to the sides, breathing out as you close them in. Continue with that movement. Two more. And then just relax here, let your arms fall down by your sides, just let the knees fall out to the side. And then we're going to come into corpse pose or shavasana, so straighten out your legs, let your feet roll away from each other, arms resting by your sides, backs of the hands resting on the floor. Close your eyes. Be still, be heavy on the floor. And just set yourself a little intention for today. How do you want today to be? Do you have a goal for today? Just bring that to your mind. Bring your sankalpa in. Today I will, or today I am. And then give your toes and fingers a wiggle, take a deep breath in. And stretch your arms over your head, bring your knees into your chest. And then you're just going to rock and roll all the way up and down. And coming back up into easy pose. So just bring your hands into eagle mudra again, so right wrist over left. Connecting your thumbs, open up your hands and just hold them in front of your heart space. Close your eyes, shine the top of your head up to the sky. And just run through your mind your intention for today. Maybe you can watch how you want today to be, like a little movie in your mind. And now bring your hands to prayer, and we're going to tune out with a sat nam. So take a deep breath in. Sat nam. Thank you so much for joining me today. So in getting organised, I want you to write that to-do list out and tackle the most annoying jobs that you don't really want to do. Schedule in what days you're going to do things and organise so that you can get out and get that shopping done in one day done. And then the most important thing, self-care. Schedule yourself in some self-care. The fact that you're doing this with me today is perfect. And if you can do that every day, even better, because you're making yourself a priority, which changes the whole energy of your day, it changes your whole intention. So I think it's perfect that you're doing that, and I am delighted that you're here with me. Thank you for practicing with me today. Tomorrow, I can't remember what we're doing tomorrow. Let me just remind you. Oh, motivation is tomorrow. Day 4, we are getting motivated. So have a really awesome day today, and thank you for joining me. Sat Nam.